I think my time, probably if I look at a pivotal moment in my own life with the Jesus film, it took place in Uganda, where the Karamoja people lived. Previous year, about 150,000 of them had died of starvation. And we saw a pile of human skulls that was 5 feet high. And I walked over that afternoon and I picked up 2 of these skulls and I held them in my hands. And I wondered whether or not anybody had told these people how to know Christ before they died. Realized that maybe even 6 months ago they'd been living human beings. And so as we talked to the people that remained in the village, I said I'd like to talk to some of them, and they lined up about 8 or 9 people in front of me, and one by one with my interpreter I said, would you tell her to tell me anything she knows about Jesus? And the woman would shake her head, talk to a man, do you know anything about Jesus? And he would, does he live in Nairobi? No, he lived many years ago. Finally we got down to one little 8-year-old boy. And I said, just ask him to tell me anything he's ever heard about Jesus. And a tear ran down this little boy's cheek. And the man said, the interpreter said, sir, he would like to tell you about Jesus, but he's just never ever before heard his name. And I thought that day, that's not fair. It's not fair that he hasn't ever had one chance to hear. And I just prayed that day and I said, Lord, I'm only one person. But whatever I can do, I don't want there to be any 8-year-old boys or girls, or men or women for that matter, who don't get one chance to hear about you. And so that for me said, you know, all I want to do is I want to make sure everybody gets one chance to hear. And that's kind of been the whole attitude of the Jesus Film Project, is to let's find out who hasn't heard yet, and let's give them a chance to hear the gospel and see the gospel by means of the Jesus Film. And he has answered that prayer on every continent.